All right, we got our oil pan on. We got our 4 nuts on the sides, right here, here, and here, 17 foot-pounds. The rest of them are at 10. We got them all snug down. It's not gonna move around on us as we're tightening. So we're just gonna go down the road here, tighten them up. You can just use this click type torque wrench. You can use a beam style torque wrench. They're all accurate within 0 to 3% accuracy on any torque wrench, unless it's a really calibrated one, and those are very expensive. No one in the automotive field is using those. But this is very important when you do this stuff. I don't really like showing a lot of wrench time on here, because I mean, I got my ways of doing things to make sure things don't leak, and it's very important, the steps I showed you in the other video. So now we'll go back through and just double check so everything's tight. It's always a good idea to go back through, even though you did it, to check it again, because see, we got about a little 1/16 of an inch once everything got compressed down. And we're just pulling until we feel that click. We're not trying to pull to the moon. We're just using a cork gasket here, so there's no compression stop. So it's very important that you follow the torque procedure on how to put this together. And it's a little backwards, because even in the manual it says to start with your ends first. And there's a specific reason for that, because those end seals on there are rubber, and they take a little bit more clamp force than the rest of it. I got one oddball bolt here. I put him in the middle, so he's really not a factor. But he torqued up, and then we'll run back through and double check all the 17 foot-pounds. We'll turn this bad boy to 17 here, and we'll double check those ends, and that's it, man. That's getting the oil pan back on the 307 Oldsmobile engine. And see, just running that down, all those other bolts, see those loosened up. It's a good idea to go back through, like I said, and double check everything. So now that we did this, we got a little bit more out of it. Like I said, we're just pulling just till it clicks. I'm not trying to pull to the moon. 17 foot-pounds isn't very much. And it's part of the reason why when I showed you in the one video, it's very important to look at all these tins, which is like your oil pan valve covers and things of that nature, to make sure that the sealing surface on them is flat and straight. And that'll ensure that you don't have any oil leaks. No one wants to do this job on the oil pan more than once, because this one's kind of a pain, especially if you get her down in there, down in the engine bay, and she's leaking. It's not very easy to do on this car. You got to pull the motor mounts off to get the pan down out of it, and it's super hard to clean all this stuff on your back under there. It's part of the reason why we pulled this engine out to work on it, because it was a little bit more in depth than what we were anticipating, but we got her. Like I said, we're going to run back through and just double check everything here. And see, we're getting like a little 1/16 of a turn on everything. And I would say now we're good. Definitely good. Double torqued everything. Torque wrench is set back to 0, and that's it. That's putting the oil pan 1987 Oldsmobile 307 engine. She's not the biggest torque monster out there, but she's enough to move this big old girl. So the next step we're going to do is clean up the block a little bit more now that we got it sealed up. Don't have to worry about stuff getting in there. This is a very low budget, getting her back on the road situation. This ain't going to go win you races, but this will definitely move the car, and it should run good. It always ran good. Cylinders look good in comparison to some of the other videos. And once I get her flipped over, I'll show you a little bit of that.